This is a extremely important video, and hopefully this video, kind of blows up. Obviously would help you guys watching the video, giving it a thumbs up, commenting. And if you could do me a favor, I never asked, but do me a favor, share this video, because not enough people are talking about this, if any at all. I had searched YouTube. I haven't seen any videos on this topic. And I think I had a couple, but not like this in depth. I've kind of hinted at it a little bit in the past, but I really want to talk about this because I'm upset that people are not having success in the deer hunting world. And we have to remember that it's a wild animal, right? Deer are going to do what they do. They're free ranging. They can go where they want at any time, any given time of the day. They can travel a mile, they can travel 20 miles. But I'm seeing a pattern of people saying, oh, I'm going to shoot a 130 every year, or my goal is to shoot a 150 or a 160. And that's great to have a goal. We all should have goals, not even just through hunting, but outside of hunting. We should set ourselves goals. If your goal is to shoot a 4-pointer, by all means, shoot a 4-pointer. If your plan is to shoot a 6-year-old buck, then hold out and try to shoot a 6-year-old buck. But the point is, you can't shoot what's not there. Okay? So depending on what part of the country you're in is going to depend on what kind of success you have with the quality of deer, bucks, doe, whatever it may be. But what I'm getting at here is your neighbors have a direct impact on your hunting success. What do I mean by that? If you have a square 40, just say a square 40, it's surrounded by other woods that people own that butt up to your land, okay? What they do has a direct impact on your land, okay? That's why I always say opening day, opening week, the rut and late season is going to be your best friend. Anytime in between that, the deer are going to be pressured and you're going to have less success. If you have 40 acres and your neighbor's over there blasting his four-wheeler through the woods, constantly walking through, hunting your perimeters, okay, it's going to have a direct ripple effect on your property and you're going to see less deer, okay? We can obviously make improvements to this 40, 100, 200, whatever it is on your property. We can make improvements, okay? But what I'm seeing is people have this super high expectation that they're going to go onto their 40 acres and they're going to shoot a monster buck. And they're going to see bucks and does and deer all season long. Guys, it just doesn't work that way. Some properties have the ability, okay, to have that success. Other properties don't. But I guarantee you 90% of that is what's around your property and what your neighbors are doing, okay? Again, people are putting in these bedding areas and they're backing these bedding areas up against the property line. Well, what happens? Your neighbor finds out. They hunt those property lines, they push all the deer out of your bedding area, okay? That's why, for an example, a way around this is to say you have a 40 acres of open hardwoods or something. People are timbering that property out to increase the growth, but they're timbering it all the way to the property line. Well, instead of doing that, you should have a buffer area of no habitat improvements around your property line. That way deer aren't up against that. They have no reason to really be there. You can kind of focus them outside of that little buffer area off of the neighboring property. Now, the properties that have, or people that have the most success, I can say this from 25 years of deer hunting and land consulting and visiting properties and stuff, is the people that have the most success are areas in kind of fragmented land where you have these patches of woods. Say they're 50 acres or 20 acres or 10 acres of these little patches of woods that's not surrounded by neighboring property of woods. Maybe an open field or something, and you have this patch of woods. Then you have another hedgerow type an area that leads to another patch of woods or a big timber area. These areas where these neighbors can't hunt the property line, that's where you're going to find these big bucks, because they go in there, they feel safe. That's why, in my opinion, it's always best to have a large, bedding area or safety zone compared to a small safety zone. Now, the bigger your property gets, the more you can get away with these types of things, because the deer can spend more time on your property if it's less pressured. They have more areas that they can hide out. But I can promise you guys, there's not many people talking about this, if any at all, and this is going to relate to your hunting success. Your neighbors have so much of an impact on how successful that your land is going to be. If you're in hill country, you can have a little bit different results, better results. If you're in flat areas, you may have less results, because the way the deer travel through your property and all that. But I'm telling you, pay attention to this. What are your neighbors doing? Are they hunting right on your property lines? If you only have one way in, one way out, how can you get into the backside of your hunting property? How can you get to the north, south, east? How can you access your property without spooking these deer? Because you can get away with this with does and small bucks, but if you have that goal, that mindset of shooting 130, 40, 50, 60, whatever it is, 180, they're just not going to be there, guys. They're just not going to be there, because you're going to push them out. Your neighbor's going to push them out. That neighbor's going to push them out. People riding four-wheelers, walking through the woods, hunting the property lines, not paying attention to wind direction. If you get out into the Midwest, you start getting open ag areas with these patches of woods, and you just have bigger deer in general, and you have less hunters. Try coming over here to Pennsylvania and Maryland. There's hunters everywhere, and there's just big blocks of woods where the neighbors are, hunting the property lines, and they're riding four-wheelers and pushing the deer out. Each area is going to have a different level of success. Each area is going to have a different level of, deer, quality of deer, less hunting pressure, more hunting pressure. It varies so much, but I promise you guys, it's not always your fault. It's not always our fault. We try to do everything right. We're having clean clothes. We're doing everything right. We're hunting the wind, and you just don't see deer. There's obviously other things that affect that, deer, quality food plots, the level of, browse in your area, the level of cover in your area. It all has a direct impact on your hunting success. But I'm telling you, your neighbors and what's surrounding your land is way up there on the list of how much success you're going to have. I promise you guys, pay attention to this. Share this video. Drop a comment down below. Give the video a thumbs up. Let's get this video out there to help these guys, so we're not seeing levels of disappointment. It's obviously, we're all going to be disappointed at certain times in life, and it's just hunting, guys. But this has a direct impact on your success and your goals. So hopefully this video helps you. Pay attention to this the rest of this year, and in your hunting career. Pay attention to this, and I'll see you guys on the next video, guys. Good luck. Happy holidays. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you want more information on food plots, soil samples, and habitat management, click this video right here on the screen. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you guys are new.